Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena Northernlion's Den. It's been a couple days since I played Hearthstone, and by a couple I mean, 4? I got kind of wrapped up in other games, and now I'm taking a quick look here to see what this deck has to offer. We're 1-0 as the Shaman deck, which is awesome. At the very least, at least we won't get skunked in this arena. And it's kind of nice knowing that I've already had a 0-3 arena run, because as long as I get one win, I'm like, well shit, it could be worse. Hell, it has been worse. But obviously, we're going to try to improve on our last performance as well, if possible, or at least come close to equaling it. I believe we went 7-3 as our Paladin last time, which is pretty good, but I'm kind of tempering my expectations a bit because this is a class that I've not really played that much as, and it's been a few days since I played Hearthstone, so, you know, basically I'm saying, have mercy, please God. By the way, it's totally awesome. People have pointed out that a few videos ago I actually did pair up randomly against like a League of Legends professional player, and I had no idea. It's cool, you know, Hearthstone, I've run into game developers, they talk to me and they're like, hey, did I play you in Hearthstone yesterday? And I'm like, yeah, I guess so, if you got like a screenshot or something. Ooh, I think I might get rid of these two and keep Flame Tongue Totem and Oasis Snapjaw. I like Snapjaw as a 4-drop, especially if I can buff his attack a little. We'll see. I might have wanted to get rid of Flame Tongue Totem as well, but I'm hoping, yeah, you know, getting Young Priestess is kind of okay as a 1-drop, although not really, because with the hero power, oh, that sucks. With this hero power, he can just, like, totally destroy it on the first turn, so that's kind of shitty. Let me think about this. I almost want to, like, coin Totem, in all honesty, but that's not going to stop too much from happening here. He could still hit me with Leper Gnome. Leper Gnome's an annoying card. We'll say Greetings here. Anyway, the point I was getting at with my last tangent, yeah, I think we just end our turn and take this damage on the chin. It was not that, like, oh, I'm such a big shot, people recognize me when I play Hearthstone. In all honesty, if they do recognize me and they find me, they're probably like, fuck yeah, free win. But it's more that, like, this is the kind of game that brings a lot of people that play other games or are involved in the industry in other ways together. I'm going to summon a Totem here, and hopefully it'll... Jeez, I don't even know if spell damage +1 does anything for us here. We're going to take a lot of damage right off the start, which is unfortunate here, but we will be able to send out Oasis Snapjaw on the next turn. We could actually... we could send out, like, Flame Tongue Totem. Turn a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. That doesn't do much for me. We'll wait and see what he does on his turn. Anyway, I like that Hearthstone is a game that kind of brings people together, is what I was going at with that. You know, people who play other strategy games play Hearthstone while they're queuing up for those. That's cool. People who don't play strategy games at all, like myself. I guess I played, you know, Dota, but also get here and enjoy themselves. So, Lava Burst, I don't feel like is a good play here. I don't feel like Flame Tongue Totem is a good play either, because we don't have anything else on the board. I almost just want to create another totem, but I'm, you know, incredibly conscious of the fact that, yes, it does feel like the game's getting away from me a little bit here. I think maybe coin Snapjaw is okay. And my thinking behind this is that if Oasis Snapjaw lives until the next turn, I could, you know, Flame Tongue Totem and start killing these guys off. It certainly is not done yet. I have a card advantage, and I have some really nice cards, from, like, a board control standpoint, and at least I can, like, take out one big enemy with this. Flame Tongue Totem is going to allow me, well, both of them, in fact, are going to allow me to do some really good stuff. I am totally okay with him using a Fireball to kill Oasis Snapjaw. That's a card that I would rather come out early against a minion like that than come out later. So, if we send out Twilight Drake here, this is a pretty lucky top deck for us, I think. Because we have 6 cards in our hand, so it will be 4-7, I think, when it comes out, and that's basically just like a better version of Oasis Snapjaw, isn't it? So, we'll end our turn here, and we'll force him to use some cards to deal with it, ideally. And if we could stop the bleeding, especially with Leper Gnome, if we could just, like, put a period on the end of its contributions, that would be awesome, because he's gotten an insane amount of value out of that 1-mana card here. And it's amazing how differently this would be going right now if I was a mage, because on my second turn I would have just destroyed Leper Gnome, and that would have solved me a lot of problems, but instead, we find ourselves in a situation where Leper Gnome has kind of been able to rampage here. So Twilight Drake again, that's an awesome potential option for us here, but I'm tempted to use Flame Tongue Totem. That would allow me to easily destroy Fen Creeper, but then what do I do after that? Well, I think we do it. So we put out Flame Tongue Totem, smash him in the face. Then we still have another Flame Tongue Totem, which is kind of useless right now. but on the next turn could be valuable. Or Lava Burst, which could kill somebody, but it would hurt me a little bit. Or we could put out our Young Priestess, which I kind of like, and we're going to, of course, hope that Young Priestess will heal Twilight Drake so it doesn't get killed. But if it does, you know, kind of so be it. Young Priestess will live at least. And we'll also summon a totem, which I hope is Stoneclaw with the taunt, which it is. So that's going to make, probably Twilight Drake is going to be a little bit more survivable. And our Flame Tongue Totem got a little bit more health, which is actually quite nice as well, because that's going to be very frustrating to deal with. And if on the next turn I can play another Flame Tongue Totem, and maybe put it in the middle of these two, then I have some seriously high damage creatures. But, you know, we'll see how things... we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it, I should say. So, please don't kill Young Priestess. Okay, Young Priestess totally lived. That's awesome. He still has 5 mana, which is a lot. He's going to sacrifice Leper Gnome, so I finally managed to clear it off the board. That's a smart way to deal with Twilight Drake. 3 mana left. He'll probably summon a creature of some sort, if I had to guess. Maybe Arcane Intellect, which would allow him to draw 2 cards. Arcane Intellect is a card I'm really souring on lately, because it gives you 1 card draw for 3 mana. So he's used a secret. My guess is that that is totally, what is that card? Mirror Entity? So I think that if I play a minion, he will get the minion himself. So I almost just want to, like, play a totem? I'm not sure if that would actually make it work, though. Twilight Drake's an interesting choice, but obviously I don't want to give him a super awesome Twilight Drake. What if we... Okay, let's start with the totem, and we'll see if that summons a totem for him as well. It didn't. This is, restore 1 health to all friendly minions. That's actually pretty useful. And then we have 4 mana. So I could Flame Tongue Totem again. And maybe, like, Flame Tongue Totem... I don't get enough value out of it. If I put it here, it just gives 2 attack to the Flame Tongue Totem, which is dumb. If I put it in the middle, then it just gives 2 attack to the Flame Tongue Totem, which is dumb as well. So, hello. Yes, hello. Don't be a ding-dong. Acidic Swamp Ooze is a good play. We'll see if it's Mirror Entity, so I'll play Acidic Swamp Ooze. It is Mirror Entity, so it's good to know that the totem doesn't proc it, basically, which is what I thought would happen. I think we should attack directly so that we get the buff. And why don't we Flame Tongue Totem in the middle here, just to force him to do some things, basically. So, yeah, basically the reason I didn't use the Young Priestess for board control is because I figured we would use it and it would buff up one of our creatures. And it actually did buff up Acidic Swamp Ooze here. So for 7 mana, he could clear the board with that Flame Strike, I think it's called, which does 4 damage. Yeah, there you go. 4 damage to all enemy minions. But, that's kind of shitty. In fact, we find ourselves in a quite difficult situation right now. And I could find myself dead pretty quickly. 3 damage Battle Cry is pretty nice. Why don't we put this guy out there right away, and we'll use him to destroy the Acidic Swamp Ooze. And the reason we do that is so that, you know, that mitigates some of the damage more than killing the Razorfen Hunter. I am slipping away here. There's no question about it. I don't know what we do next. Obviously, if we play Lava Burst, we probably want to play Cobalt Geomancer first, if possible. If I get to 10 mana, then I can attack Ancient Brewmaster, bring Fire Elemental back in my hand, play Fire Elemental, and kill something else. But that's still several turns away. The problem right now is that if he has 2 Fireballs, or what, I think it's Fireball. Yeah, if he has 2 Fireballs, he could just kill me basically instantly. Okay, I'm thinking about this. Obviously, it sucks that our minion is frozen here. But... will we survive to the next turn? There's a few things we can do. Obviously, Argent Commander could allow us to, you know, get the Divine Shield off, but then we can't kill it. And we can't kill it if we do Lava Burst and then Divine Shield as well. There might be a way around this, but I'm going to start with the totem just to see if it's a taunt. It is, so that's maybe a saving grace, slightly. And I think I'm going to Ancient Brewmaster my Flame Elemental just so I can use its Battle Cry next turn. And I'm also going to send out Cobalt Geomancer. I still think I'm completely fucked here, but that might allow me to maybe claw back into it. The totem existing is a big thing for me. I think I've played pretty badly this game. I don't know if I got the best card draw, but I think I made some big misplays as well. Obviously, the post-analysis in the comments will solve that problem for me. Problem is, Mage has a lot of like burst damage cards, which could obviously cause me some problems right now. I'm happy, actually, that he did that. And the reason I'm happy that he did that is because, oh, Questing Adventure is going to be a pain in the dick. But if he only gets +1/+1, then Fire Element... Oh, please don't be Mirror Entity. It costs 3 mana. It's probably Mirror Entity. Oh, frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. It could be Counterspell, I guess. They're both bad for me. But if it's Mirror Entity, I'm like totally fucked, right? Let's think about this. If it's Mirror Entity, what can I play to counter it? Basically nothing. Feral Spirit like won't even work, but I've got to play Feral Spirit on this turn to keep me alive. That's not debatable. If it's Mirror Entity, he gets a Fire Elemental, he doesn't get the Battle Cry, I can't kill it. If I play... Questing Adventure is such a pain in the dick, though. 6 damage. Okay, I think maybe first we'll try and see if it's Counterspell. So we'll drop this guy. That was necessary. And now, okay, let's use Feral Spirit, and this is mostly to see if this procs Mirror Entity, which I don't believe that it does. And then we'll summon a Totem, which is hopefully another Taunt. It is, and then we'll attack directly. Oh, what is it? Gain 8 armor? Oh, that's fine. We lost the spell power, but, you know, he's not going to be able to buff Questing Adventurer too much. I'm still in a very difficult position. I mean, that Razorfen Hunter, I mean, this deck might have some serious problems with board control. The Razorfen Hunter stayed on the board for like 12 turns. Leper Gnome was unkillable, even though he only has 1 health. I really thought I made this deck with a weapon, but apparently not. Okay, the Divine Shield is going to be hard to kill. Obviously, Questing Adventurer has become strong. That's a good use of the hero power, for sure. The problem is I've basically made Twilight Drake useless in his current state. Earthen Ring Farseer could be valuable. I only have 6 mana because of the Overload, by the way. So now it's like, okay, who do you choose to kill? Questing Adventurer, for sure. So I think we send Fire Elemental out there. And if that's all we can do on this turn... We kill Questing Adventurer, and we shouldn't die on the next turn. And then we can play... We can start to claw our way back into it, but again, there's so much burst damage from a mage that I don't see us coming back from this. But lucky totems and maybe just really, really good luck apart from that aside, we might be able to swing something. He's got cards in his hand. What's he going to do with those? 8 mana left. It can't be like 2 10-mana creatures. That would just be insane. And we have a judgment call here with like Earthen Ring Farseer. It's a tough decision. It's like, do we clear the board first? Probably. If we like Earthen Ring Farseer... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Earthen Ring Farseer. Boom. Heal this guy up. And then we'll have him like kill you. And then we'll get Argent Commander, and we'll have, you know, Argent Commander kill you. And then we'll hope that some of these dudes survive until the next turn. He might have Pyroblast or something. That might be why he's just waiting here to get like 10 mana and then finish me in one fell swoop. In which case, I guess Earthen Ring Farseer I should have used to heal myself, but it would have only stemmed the bleeding for so long. So let's see what he chooses to do here. This is going to be an interesting moment. Please tell me that he's not one of those guys that's like, what is this card? Is it Pyroblast? How could it possibly be? You know, like... Alright, so he's gonna... That was a really smart hero power play there, actually. There's no real way to get around Abomination. Except, now what I can do is totally Ancient Brewmaster and pull the Flame Elemental back into my hand so it doesn't actually die. And then... We'll do that, and that's gonna kill Abomination. It does 2 damage to all characters, which is scary, of course. And if we're gonna play Twilight Drake, what would it be? It would be like a 4/3 if we send it out now. Its attack is the same every time, so I kind of don't actually worry about buffing it up too much. I think we should almost send out Fire Elemental, honestly, and just hit him directly. And I still can't shake the feeling that he's seriously just toying with me, and that he has just like a Pyroblast, a 10 damage card in his hand. Or, you know, Fireball would do it. Fireball plus his hero power directly on me would kill me. He's going to kill Earthen Ring Farseer, which is a pretty smart play. Does he? He can't have nothing. That's the thing. I feel like he's toying with me, and he's got one Pyroblast card in his hand, and he's just holding it to be like, wow, let's give this guy some hope. You know, I've read Sun Tzu's The Art of War in preparation for this Hearthstone game, and it's like, who cares, man? Sunwalker, good card. How do we do it? Dark Iron. This is a tricky one. I can't risk like a polymorph showing up and then fucking over my taunt exclusively. So I honestly think we just do that. We swap creatures. This might be the best time to play Twilight Drake. And it'll be a 4-3, which is not good, but that's fine. And then we'll send out our Sunwalker with Taunt and Divine Shield as well. And attack. If he is seriously tapped out of good stuff that could possibly kill me, then I'm a very lucky man. If he's not, he's kind of a DB. But I might be being overly reactionary here. Let's see. You'd think if he had a Pyroblast, he'd just want to move on. But I've never been in a situation where I've been like so outclassed at the start, and then he just like hit a brick wall and stopped in terms of his value. But he seems to be kind of tapped out, doesn't he? Because like Stormwind Champion, as your only card, it's Stormwind Champion and Ice Lance, which actually, it freezes me, but it doesn't hurt me. So now I've got a problem, because I've got to kill... I do have a weapon in this deck. I've obviously got to kill Stormwind Champion on this turn. Luckily, Dark Iron Dwarf actually makes that completely possible. And I guess we equip our weapon and summon a totem as well. It's a Searing Totem, as it does help us do some more damage. We'll hit him directly, which I don't like doing because I'd like to maintain board control. But since we're both top decking right now and he has no creatures and I have a Taunt Divine Shield, I feel okay about this. So he's going to Fireball to get rid of Divine Shield, or Fire Blast, sorry. There's so many fire things. Frost Nova. Such a frustrating card to get in like a situation like this, but we'll see. Bloodlust, give your minions +3 attack this turn. Obviously, that is not something we'll do this turn, but it does probably mean I'm going to win on the next turn, and that is dumb. Of course, one Pyroblast could completely stop this, and I'm still giving myself like maybe 40% chance of winning here. That is a taunt, and we can totally like... Okay, Searing Totem's gonna die. There's +3/+3. I won. That is so stupid. Okay, we'll silence a minion, so the taunt doesn't even work anymore. And then we'll give our minions +3 attack this turn, and that'll do it. I really can't believe that we won that. I kind of want to drop like a greetings on him because he was being kind of a ding-dong. But we'll take our win there. Whether it was deserved or not is a very welcome question. I have no idea what happened to him there, but fine by me, right? We'll queue again, and I'll take a sip of my coffee. Fun game. I was pretty confident for a long time that we were going to just bow out really early, but in the end, you know, through no credit of my own, we actually ended up pulling it back. The one thing I will say about my play, really good use of Flame Elemental and being able to constantly, like, pull it back. We're against a Hunter this time, which is scary. I totally thought I had a weapon in my deck, and I'm glad that we got it at the end, so that confirmed that. So, I go second, and let's learn our lesson from last time. Flametongue Totem is awesome, but it's not nearly as valuable as being able to get a card out that's a creature early on in the game and being able to maybe solve some problems. I remember drafting this deck and being like, oh, I seriously have to take Young Priestess, but I wish that I didn't have to. Lightning Storm is a good board clearing card, even though it is subject to RNG. If he doesn't play anything on the first... It's the thing is, like, Young Priestess is a 1-mana drop, so you want to use it on the first turn. Or you presumably think you could use it on the first turn, but I can't get any value out of it on the first turn because it doesn't give anything to friendly minions, right? So instead what I think I do here, Wisp is such a terrible drop, but because it's only 0 mana and 1/1, it can be a little frustrating. We're going to coin into Cobalt Geomancer. Mostly just to get a 2/2 creature on the field. I don't think this is good use, but we're doing it. If it manages to live, Lightning Storm could be better later. Lava Burst could be better later. I don't know if we have any other Spell Power +1 cards. I'm finding myself not really liking this deck so much, but I'm happy that I'm at least, you know, 2 and 3, worst case scenario. We'll see how this goes. I'm really happy that we won that last game. That is, in my opinion, like a horrible use of a silence. But so be it. I'm glad that he used it right away. We'll attack you. There's no point in using Young Priestess right now. I think we just summon another totem instead, and the totem ends up being Searing Totem. So we'll let him decide how he wants this owl to die if he doesn't clear out our creatures. I feel like I have... Ooh, that could be Explosive Trap. Not that that would even be that bad, really. Or Freezing Trap. Freezing Trap would be fine as well. So, in this situation, I think we definitely just attack him first, see if it's Explosive Trap. I almost feel like that's a pretty big waste as a hunter, because that could be a really good card if there's a lot of minions on the board, but with just a Searing Totem, like I can just summon another one, right? It's not good here, but by playing Young Priestess, I can at least get the 1 health buff out of it, and it'll heal it to 3, which is not good, don't get me wrong, but it's done, right? So that's okay. We'll probably play... Oh man, Alarmabot is so bad, I almost don't even want to kill it, but I should, just in case he's got high mana cards in his hand. Yeah, let's just kill Alarmabot this turn. There's a few things that we have options of, but I'm going to use Stormforged Axe, and then we'll summon a totem, and we'll see what the totem is. Hopefully it's Stoneclaw. It is not. It's Spell Power +1, actually, which is useful. And we'll just kill Alarmabot and keep the board under control. The thing I really like about this situation right now is that... Oh, who do we heal? The Spell Power +1. The thing I like right now is that we've got really shitty minions on the field, but we've got a decent amount of them. So if he wants to use like a multi-shot or something, go ahead. Like, that's such a waste when you're playing against what I've got right here. That's a charge creature. That's really annoying. And Explosive Trap is an interesting call here. I don't want to play Adjacent Totem because I think that Explosive Trap could be going. But how do we attack him? I almost think we like Ancient Brewmaster. No, okay, here's what we do. Attack you directly, like this, and that'll get us some board control. We have options here. What I'm thinking is, like, I could Ancient Brewmaster and then take Young Priestess back, and then Young Priestess wouldn't die in the process. I think we should just solve it, though. I'm assuming it's Explosive Trap, maybe Freezing. That's another waste of Explosive Trap, in all honesty. In my opinion, I should mention that. I don't think that's particularly good. And now I have some options, right? But I think what I'm going to do is actually Ancient Brewmaster. 4 for a 5/4 is pretty good. Obviously, it's going to bring back this totem into my hand, which is not necessarily the best because it's going to cost me mana in the future. But now I have a 5/4 on the field. I've got some board control. I've got the ability to kill minions on the field, especially with 1 extra mana. I can get spell damage +1 on both Lava Burst and Lightning Storm. We'll see how this works out anyway. I'm hurt a little bit. There's no question about that, but I think here he's got such a card disadvantage. I'm really pleased with this. I think we Twilight Drake. We take 5 damage ourselves. We use Young or Ancient Brewmaster to kill this guy, and then we summon a totem of our own. And then on the next turn, Flame Tongue Totem could be like +4 damage, but we'll see what he's got in his hand, right? Maybe he has Deadly Shot. Maybe he has Explosive Shot. I don't know. So it looks like I'm very hurt right now, but I'm actually pretty pleased with the way this is going for me. He's going to get some card draw via Starving Buzzard here, which is, you know, quite frankly, really smart. He's just going to do damage to me directly, and... Oh, right, beasts have charge now. I'm a little bit concerned. You know, you're not going to hear me say that I'm not. Spellbreaker it's good, but is it good right now? I kind of don't think so. Now, I'm just thinking, there's obviously some way to make this work really well for us. I think... 1, 2, yes, okay. I think we spell damage +1. And then I think we drop Lightning Storm. Like so. And we'll see how this works for us. At the very least, it was going to kill the buzzard. We knew that for a fact. And then I think we Flame Tongue Totem. And we basically sacrifice our Searing Totem here to kill that, which is fine. That's a 2-mana creature. I can always summon more. And then for 6 damage, we hit him directly. And now we have a pretty nice control over the board. We did play an Overload card there, so we're going to have less mana on the next turn. We're only going to have 5 on the next turn. But that's enough to do some good stuff. So he's got 2 taunt creatures. This is kind of, it feels like the end of the game move for him. Is like, this is what I've got to do in order to succeed. If we have 6, we can Fire Elemental, kill them both, and then still be able to attack, which is nice. Let's see what he chooses to do, though. We have 6. Okay, Venture Company Mercenary is an awesome choice as well. But I think what we do here is Fire Elemental, kill the... And I'm going to put it over here, just so I can get an extra attack out of this Wrath of the Air Totem. And then we'll kill this guy directly, and then we'll attack like this. And again, good board control, a couple of really awesome creatures on the field. Silence and Spellbreaker and Stranglethorn Tiger are all pretty good minions that are relatively cheap. Multi-shot. Got a lot of value out of that multi-shot card, no question about it. Now I do have an 8 mana creature on the field, though. Or sorry, not 8 mana, 8 attack. And he's got to be feeling the pressure a little bit. This is almost like a good Twilight Drake Silence situation again. We played Twilight Drake, and then it gets pretty powerful. I should have played on the other side. It doesn't really matter, but it sort of matters. And then we go like this, and maybe like that. And now it's like a judgment call. Is like, do I attack the creature right away? It's very unlikely that he's going to be able to buff the shit out of that, so I would rather just hit him for 8. And on the next turn, he's in the danger zone. He could be killed. And I probably can't be killed on this turn, so he's got to solve some problems, basically. That could be Explosive Trap again. This is Arena, so you never know. I would almost like to draw Earthen Ring Farseer as kind of just like a... I wonder if he's trying to bait me with that. Oh, he conceded. Never mind. He is not trying to bait me at all. So that game went a lot better than the first one, or the first one we played this episode, I'd say. That's going to put us at 3-0 on the Shaman deck. We picked up a daily quest I didn't even know I had, in all honesty. And we got some more Shaman cards, because this is like the first time I've ever played as a Shaman. So to go 3-0 to start with here, I'm very pleased with. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hearthstone Arena. There were definite misplays, but we're still here, and still lossless, which is awesome. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to click the like button. It does help me out a lot. And of course, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more daily Hearthstone videos. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.